Nostalgia Critic and other YouTube critics have said some of the names in this movie are easily forgettable. The only two names that are easy to remember is our main character, the creator's daughter, Jin. Yes, it's pronounced as in the liquor brand, Jin. And the robot, K2SO, played by Alan Tudyk. Oh boy, Alan Tudyk is a show stealer as K2SO. He's kind of like C-3PO, but not a wimp like C-3PO. He's a very brave soldier for a robot. So Jin, K2SO, and a bunch of other rebels teamed together to capture the Death Star blueprints and, of course, give it to Princess Leia, which eventually led to Episode 4. But the build up to them getting their hands on the Death Star plans, it's a bit of a snore. Some of it didn't make sense, and some of it was hard to follow. For instance, this is one of the few problems that I had with Rogue One. Yes, it bounced around a lot from planet to scene, from planet to planet to planet to planet. It was hard to follow sometimes. Yes, and yes, from Death Star to the to other locations. So yeah, it does a lot of bouncing around, and I had trouble following, going, whoa, okay, where are they now? And the other thing is, and yes, most will agree with me on this, and some, of course, will not, and there's this lie detector squid or octopus type creature. Feeds on your lies, and it's going to do something if it figures out you are lying or something like that. And it didn't make sense to me. Why did you have to make some kind of creature to tell lies? Why couldn't you have some mega animatronic lie detector? It's Star Wars. You should have something robotic or mechanical. You don't have to rely on aliens to do all of that. But all of that will be forgotten when you see its ending. Okay, let's talk about the ending right here. It's not going to be a huge spoiler, but I'm going to tell you why this movie was saved by the ending. A lot of people will tell you this movie, for 50% of the movie, it's Meanwhile, the other 50% is, what? What is happening here? This isn't like Star Wars. This is very much like a war film. So in order to obtain the blueprints or the Death Star plans, they had to go to a base and sorry, I'm just getting excited just by thinking about the ending, because the ending battle is just all, and I guarantee for those who haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil much of it, but I'm going to tell you this. Eventually the rebels do join the team, Jin and K2SO's team, which they call Rogue One, hence the title of the movie. And then after the rebels join Rogue One on the planet to try and obtain the Death Star plans, that's when it happens. The ultimate Star Wars battle. Yes, it's not Empire Strikes Back. It won't be as great as Empire Strikes Back, but this is by far the best Star Wars battle in anything I've seen that is Star Wars. It's even more action-packed than the Clone Wars Cartoon Network TV series. When I first saw it with all those people during that preview day, it was just, what? I remember walking home and looking at my brother and sister saying, I'm out of breath. I was out of breath. Not to mention, okay, yes, it was the most full-blown war battle. The final battle was like Saving Private Ryan and Hacksaw Ridge all combined. Okay, just not as bloody and graphic as those two films, but still it was nothing that we'd ever seen in a Star Wars movie. It'll make you fly back in your chair going, what? This isn't happening! That is mostly the ending, and I'm not going to spoil that final fight where we see Darth Vader. Oh boy, yes, James Earl Jones does return as Darth Vader, but there's one scene that everyone goes, what is this? This is Darth Vader? This isn't the Darth Vader that I remember from Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. Who is this? And then the movie ends with, of course, the chase that we saw in the beginning of Episode 4, A New Hope. And that's Rogue One for you. There is so much to say about Rogue One. Why? It's Star Wars. There's so much to say when it comes to a Star Wars movie. So stay tuned for my conclusion. Part 3.